listening to Girth and Mirth Bears on the PJ Friends Radio Network, Dallas, Texas.
The views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect those of this station, owners, management, and sponsors.
If you find any content disagreeable, you may exercise your right to change the channel. And now, on with the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we are on the air with Girth Mirth Bears Podcast. It is Friday, November 8th, 2019. Fresh out of Facebook hell is Keith.
I'm back, bitches.
He said that. I'm glad you know what? When you came out last time, you said, I'm back, but I'm glad you didn't repeat yourself.
I'd never do the same thing twice.
And, of course, as always, my amazing husband, Anselmo. I'm told I'm saying his name wrong, even though we're married. So, hey, I'm getting the look.
Hey, there's no cameras on.
Well,
I want people to see me.
Hello. I assure you, we are open. From Clerks. You don't remember Clerks? Did you watch Clerks?
Give it a second.
Dude, it's fucking genius. You got to watch it.
Oh, look, there I am. Hello, people. Hello, little people.
Hello, little people. Give it a second. We'll catch up with you.
Hello, Mr. Cruz. It's a long time no see.
Who is Cruz? Oh, Carlos.
Yeah,
he changed his name.
Yeah,
he said that's always been. He's got a name. You know how you used to see those Hispanic names that are like 6 words long? 6
names long.
That's Carlos, and apparently Cruz is one of them.
Yeah, so it's a good name. It means
right.
He's related to Ted Cruz,
Ooh,
the awful Republican.
Boo.
Yeah. If I understand it right, Mr. Awful Ted Cruz is from Puerto Rico, but our Carlos is from Guatemala. So,
Yeah.
Carlos, if you got some good news for us, 469-844-2207. Give us a call. Oh, so this week was an interesting week. My producer, director, PJ, felt a little bad this week.
Oh, yeah, I was not well.
Yeah. And so we had to nurse him back to health.
Did you take his temperature?
I took it rectally.
That's just what I was fixing to ask. Orally or rectally?
Rectally, buddy. Oh,
funny, I didn't feel a thing. Oh, sorry.
Rectally.
As he slaps 2 cans of tuna together. That's just so wrong.
But anyway, so Keith,
what?
Can you remain silent because you're just a jailbird? We don't want to hear from you.
No, yes we do. Oh, he's gonna remain silent.
Yeah,
that's not good.
I'm doing the Jesus Christ pose.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
So, what was it like in jail? Did you have?
You have to do nasty things in jail to your cellmates.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah. Well, see, first of all, there was this one guy named Tyrone. Oh my God.
Tyrone. That's so racist.
Better call Tyrone.
Oh, God.
You know the song.
Was he your pimp?
Song?
No. Yeah. Was he your pimp?
Yes, we'll call it that.
Okay.
I was his bottom bitch.
His bottom bitch.
You took it like a girl, didn't you?
That's not what that means. I don't think.
I bet you screamed like a little girl.
Google that shit.
So now back to our producer and our director, PJ. What do you think
about what?
Food.
What do you mean? Okay, be more specific. That's a broad question. Food. I like it. There you go. I think everybody should like it.
You know what? I took my husband out to Norma's last night, right?
Yeah.
And he wanted soup and sandwich. I said, well, Norma. They had this soup. It will not shoot off. They had this soup called...
Yeah, it was called I Will Not Shoot Off.
Brisket.
Worst soup ever.
Brisket vegetable soup.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It took a dive.
It wasn't horrible, but it's like when a restaurant takes leftovers of everything. They got vegetables. They've got this.
Corn.
They got brisket, which is normally a very good meat.
Mm-hmm.
They throw it all together, and it didn't taste horrible, but it wasn't like But everyone was telling me, "Oh, this is great." I'm like, "Boy, if you thought this was really good, then you really have."
Who said that? The employees?
Everybody.
Or
3 or 4 people came out and said this was really. Oh yeah, we really like this. Man, they must not eat much.
Yeah,
Really?
I tasted it. It needed some zip.
Yeah, you know me. I got to have some seasoning.
You know, Junior would have used that to smack your mama.
Right.
Slap your mama. Hey,
But he's got like the weakest version of the slap your mom. There's hotter versions of that that are really, really good.
So, are you available Sunday?
What are we doing Sunday?
Yeah, we're gonna make some crawfish etouffee.
Where?
Yeah, Sunday at 11:30, we are going to see Dr. Sleep.
You see, he hasn't seen the first one.
You've never seen The Shining. This year's the 40th anniversary. Of The Shining.
But see, I don't think he'd like it. It's because back then it would have been nice. You know, it's
when we went and saw
but it was great.
We went and saw it the other day, and I was just thinking, my God, this movie is so slow. I'm just, I already
See,
know
that or
everything
Frozen,
that's
one
going
of
to
the
happen,
two.
right? Right. But I'm like, man, I just remember this being so much better. And of course, it's slow on purpose because it's supposed to show the isolation and the dealing with it and his descent into madness and stuff.
and the cool thing,
they do a really good job
Yeah.
of that. But I just got bored in the.
oh yeah, no, you're right.
And I loved the movie when I saw it.
But you
the
get-
first 20 times.
Yeah, but how old were you then?
It was 40 years ago.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and back then the movie making was different, and the idea was different, and so that would have worked. And now we're so used to fast action and all sorts of stuff. So what held up back then doesn't hold up now. But it's still, I mean, if you look at the history of it, look at the content of the movie. What's his face? What's the guy that stars in that one? I can't remember his name.
Jack Nicholson.
The stuff where there's some improv stuff that he does there because they jumped each other's lines a little bit, and some of that stuff made it into the film. If I remember correctly, I think the line where he says "Here's Johnny," I believe that was improvised.
I think it was.
And there was another one where she's on the steps and she's swinging the bat at him, and he's doing this, and she jumps it again. She says, "You didn't let me finish." And then so he goes into it. That was improvised. So there's a lot of improvisation in there. And I think the problem with now is we're so used to more things are more gory. Things are more, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now you'll see an autopsy and it's like, okay, nothing,
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think it might have just caught me on off night because that was one of the things I liked about Paranormal Activity when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
It was because it was so slow and it wasn't just all, special effects. There was just little things here, this one little object would move and then it was just the little things and they kept adding up.
Why is Carlos, everything you send to me, it says automatically translated. FU rules? Okay.
Mine says fuck Normas.
Okay, it doesn't say that. Mine says...
oh, hell. Carlos
doesn't like Normas.
he doesn't like Normas. He's letting everybody know that.
That's all right. That's all right.
I bet if we got some pie from
But see,
Normas.
I want to see that other movie. And now...
Dr. Sleep.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was another book.
Yeah. I read it, I guess, 3 years ago. When it first came out,
I didn't-
my nephew read it, and then he let me borrow it. And he's read it 2 more times since then. It's I think he said his favorite Stephen King novel.
One of the things I'd like to see them redo is Firestarter with the current effects.
Yeah.
Because that would be so cool right now.
Oh, that would be Phoenix.
What
The Dark
about-
Phoenix.
No, that was horrible.
That was awesome. What the hell?
I'm sorry. We got to turn your mic off. I'm sorry.
So, if you've seen The Shining and you like The Shining and you want to give your input to that, 469-844-2207. We'll take caller number 1 after this commercial.
So did you ever see you didn't watch Friends, right? Wasn't
Not as a rule. I've watched it once in a while, but not as a rule.
Okay, because there was this one episode where Joey starts reading. Rachel gets him to read her favorite book, which I think is Little Women.
Yeah.
That's a book, right? Little Women.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, he's reading it, and she's going to read The Shining. He keeps Shining's his favorite book. Scared the shit out of him. He keeps it in the freezer, so the book can't get him, so the ghost can't. I just thought that was really funny, just because Joey's funny. But
Yeah. I guess you have to watch the show.
And
Well, hello, caller number 1. You on the air?
crickets.
What?
Crickets.
Well, why don't we call somebody? Who can we call?
Ghostbuster. Sorry, that was lame.
No.
That was really lame. Y'all should cut off my mic for that. Hey, just kidding.
Hey, one of the things I did while I was sitting here is I was updating the intro. Because the intro says, "You're my name." Because originally, now he's become a full part of the show. And I didn't have his name. I haven't had the voiceover guy do his name yet. So I removed our names from the intro. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, I didn't know that. What the hell? Hey,
If I'm not on there, bitch, ain't nobody on there.
Girth and Mirth Bears on the PJ
Used to say with Junior and PJ.
Network. Dallas.
So I removed Junior and PJ because I couldn't add him. I want to add him because he's part of the show, and I wanted to change it with Keith, PJ, and the Star Junior. You see. So I got to get that changed. It's just I got to send the thing to the guy and redo
Star
it.
of my ass.
Well, he might. I think he has.
So, what time's your significant other getting off today?
7 o'clock is what he was scheduled.
So
to
you
get off.
did fondue last night,
Simply fondue.
but my experience with fondue is from the 70s when my mom and dad would do it as a meal. It took forever. Back then, it was you had two choices. It was cheese, or they would take skewers of meat and different things you put on it, and you put it in a pot of oil and let it cook at the table. And the thing is you're two bites. It was a pain in the ass.
Boring.
Yeah, but what I read from the menu of your place is they had different cheeses. Now, do they have different pots with different cheeses?
No, you choose one. Now, I guess if there was more people at the table and they chose different cheeses, but we had one because we had the one hot plate in front of us.
What did you? Which cheese did you choose?
The aged cheddar, sharp cheddar.
Do they have the jalapeno anything?
They had a pepper jack, spicy pepper jack.
You would
one
like
that
that
had
one.
the jalapenos in it.
He's all about pepper jack.
So it was really cool how it worked. We didn't do the oil. She told us about the oil. I didn't really know how it worked. So
It's basically cooking your meat at the table,
right,
which is
she said that one, and then there was the Scandinavian grill, which she said was her favorite. Davida. Yeah, I liked her. She was really nice. I got a hug. So anyway,
wait. In front of your boyfriend, you hugged a woman?
Yeah, right.
I
What
did.
the hell? You got fish all over you, man.
I was just like, oh my god, I
no
love
wonder
you.
Putty's circling like a hawk.
That's right. It
I
smells.
told her, oh my god, I love you, and she's oh, I mean, just give me the hug. And like, ooh, you're my new favorite.
Oh shit, he's going back to the dark side.
How did you know she was a black woman?
No, I'm not talking about being black or white. I'm just saying you're going over the Pinocchio side.
According to Kenny, you're bisexual.
Yeah, I've never paid for sex. I don't buy sex.
Okay.
So, would you go back to this place or what?
I would. Anyway, we ordered the cheese. We picked the cheddar, and they brought out the pot was already there. And
Right.
I guess it was beer. It looked like she poured beer in there first, and when it got to where it was steaming, they started adding the cheese in it and got
And it
all
melts
really
right
good.
there. That's cool.
Right, and then added some seasoning and stuff to the cheese as well. And then they brought out a big bowl of different types of bread, and then I told you some like broccoli, carrot, celery, apples. You just stab them, dip them in the cheese.
So what did you pay for this? Without the Groupon, what would it have been?
It was going to be over $100 without the Groupon.
There's no reason for that because with bread and cheese, what the fuck?
Well, I had scallops, jerk chicken, and 6 pepper beef.
Yeah, but still,
3 meats. It was a lot of meat, a lot of food.
was it a lot of? I mean, was it? Yeah. Here's the thing: for 100, you're saying for one was that for one person? Or for
No,
two?
that's for 2.
So it's $50 a person.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think. First, you're doing all the work. You're cooking it, and you're doing all the work, right?
Just tip yourself.
The most thing they do is they bring the beer to the table and the cheese. They put it and season it, and maybe bring refills for certain things. Do you think you ate $50 worth of food yesterday?
Knowing what I could buy from a grocery store and make for myself for $50, no.
Right.
Do I think it's worth it when you go to the Roadhouse and buy the steaks that you buy? They're fucking delicious, but I can cook one at home for half the price, or actually less than that.
Yeah, we have not been invited in a while, so we have to go to those places. So
Yeah, that's why we're going to Golden Corral tonight to get some steak.
So anyway, it's not something we would do all the time. I would go back, but it would be like a once a year.
yeah, it's probably
twice a year
an
thing.
event kind of thing.
It was fun. It's like when we went to the Korean barbecue. When we went, and it was just me and you one time, right?
No, it was the group. It was a
No,
whole bunch of
well,
us.
we went-
and then afterwards we went back one more time.
Yeah, but was it just me and you?
Yeah,
The second,
yeah.
all right, now, wasn't it so much more fun in the group?
It was.
Because they were cooking on their plate down there, and we were cooking
With
on
all-
ours, and
with
we
all-
were everybody's
yes.
passing food everywhere, and
Yeah.
it was just fun. And none of us had done it before,
Right.
You'd
think I was
like
the only
it.
one.
It's pieces of meat,
Right.
not much seasoning.
See, those kinds of things, though, you go for the experience and for the counter. So you actually might eat either before or after.
Right, and because we were cooking our own food and we were talking and passing stuff around, Nobody was on their phone. Not even Carlos.
That's true.
He must be working.
Yeah. No, he commented on a few things. He said
Boo
Boo Jr.
What the hell?
I boo Jr. all the time. I'm with you on that one, Carlos. Boo.
Boo what? Now you know
Wait,
what?
is he calling you his boo?
I don't know. Boo Jr.
Does James know about this?
I don't know.
I don't see James watching. James is not even watching.
I guess Carlos must be a little mad at me. I don't know. Hell, I don't
What'd you do to Carlos?
I don't know. You was talking shit a few minutes ago.
Really? He was? What did he say?
No, you were.
Oh.
Oh, that's true. So let me ask you a question. Do you have like something on your lip, or is that just chocolate left over from one of
That's
those?
chocolate donut that you
Were you
didn't kiss. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Rim's up.
Could have been.
So today, Krispy Kreme for one day only had their chocolate glazed donuts.
Now, here's the thing about Krispy Kreme. Some of those places don't necessarily make the cookies fresh. Sometimes they have like one store that makes them, or one, and then they send them out to other stores. They might make like one or two like of the classic glazed stuff there, just so that they have the smell and all that stuff. But not all of them make it fresh right there.
Really?
Yep.
The Krispy Kremes?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
At least I know in Florida they used to have one or two stores that would, because you got to figure when they sell them in like grocery stores and stuff like that, and they have a little thing, they'll say some Krispy Kreme donuts. Those aren't made right there. Those are dropped off, so those are not necessarily fresh.
Right. Some of them have Dunkin' Donuts, and they don't make them in 7-Eleven,
right?
Because it's 7-Eleven.
So yeah, we and apparently we went to the one over here a couple times, and Junior's asked for a particular donut. Apparently, they have one that has two of them have the same name. He said I asked for this, and the first time we didn't check. We got here. He said this is not what I asked for. So the next time we went back, he said, ask for it. And I said, check the box before we leave. And he asked her, this is not what I asked for. So they take it back and give him something else. And I said, you better check it again. And he checked it again. It wasn't it. And he told her again. And she said, you don't understand. These are very similar donuts. Well, it's not our fault you don't know what the hell we're ordering. I mean, it's your restaurant. You should know this shit.
And I was ordering a crispy cream filled.
He loves cream filled.
Right. Now, they gave me a donut which injected points with cream filling, which was stale.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm saying some of them were sitting around. They're
So
not fresh.
if there's a gay manager that works at Krispy Kreme at the headquarters, your donuts suck. And not in a good
But what
way.
if he's not a gay manager? Those donuts are good.
If you're a lesbian, we're in trouble.
What if it's a straight man?
If it's a
well,
straight,
wait a minute. If it's a lesbian, what cream are they injecting into this thing? I don't know if I want to know. If it's a gay man, it could be a good thing. Gay man with a bunch of slaves in back, just here, pump this up.
Right.
Oh my God! Krispy Kreme sucks.
Krispy Kreme donuts are okay. They're not my favorite. I prefer regular donuts.
So what do you think about Jeff at Whataburger next door? He's still there.
I know.
Did you see Jeff yet?
No. Yeah,
Wow.
we went there the other day. Remember, he was.
Yeah, he's toward the back.
Yeah, he was talking on the thing, but he wasn't.
It's a gorgeous. fucker
Yeah,
right
you know,
there.
the last time I stayed the night here, I stopped at Whataburger on the way out, and he was there, and I heard him on the radio. I'm like, ooh, and sure enough, he was at the window when I got up there.
But he's okay. You two apparently hit on him at one point, and he said, "I'm
No,
straight."
he did.
He says, "I'm straight," or he's trying to defend himself, like, "But I'm married." Like, so
How are you just going to put that off on me? Because PJ's, wrong guy. Wait.
I don't care. Bring Jeff home. Shit, wrap him up in a burger wrapper and bring him home.
That boy needs it. He got belly.
Yeah.
He got luscious lips.
Hair. Ooh.
Hair.
Ooh, them hairy forearms.
I know, and you could see it coming out his chest. You know.
Hey, Carlos. After the show, we're going to Golden Corral. I'm not sure which one. If you guys want to go, hey, Charles Holly. I'm disappointed in you, man, but I understand. We're going to go to Golden Corral. I don't know which one, but I guess we can look it up and tell you where if you want to meet us there.
It's over in the colony.
And David's also watching. Hi, David. How are you? So thanks for tuning in.
I ain't got nothing. Nobody's on my phone. I turned it off.
Because nobody likes you.
What are you saying?
Hey, did you see that thing? Who's coming? It's Scorpion, and who else is coming?
White Snake.
White Snake.
So for right now, I think they've only announced Australian dates.
No,
they've announced.
Well, for American Express card holders.
Huh?
There's sometimes you get things just for American Express card holders, and I want to say they're coming here.
Yeah, I haven't seen the dates announced for that yet. My friend Charles was
going?
talking to a friend of ours, Ricardo, in Austin, and he was talking about road trip. And I'm like, fuck,
Who's
I want to
coming?
go. Scorpions and Whitesnake. You know, it just so happens yesterday I was listening to Scorpions. I went back, you know, I played their first 3 albums all the way through, and I don't think I've ever listened to them all before, and I really like that shit, you know.
Well, there's only a few songs of Scorpions I like and a few songs of
the more I listen to them, the more I like all their old stuff and their new stuff. The early 70s stuff, 72,
Nobody
73,
Like
74.
You, Junior. Carlos, you got something to say. Come say it to my face and stop putting it on our comments here. You know, we're running a clean show, family friendly. You know, if
Carlos is family.
If you're disgruntled listener, at the beginning of the show, you have the option to turn it off.
Here's the thing: if Carlos turns out with any kind of a complex, it's going to be our fault. You realize that, right? All we ever do is pick on that poor guy.
I love Carlos. I just know he wasn't this aggressive before, you know, he changed his name to Cruz. You know, Ozunin was a lot nicer. He
Could have been worse. He could have tried to make it an American and say Smith.
Carlos Smith. You got a new name, Carlos. Mr. Smith. Agent Smith.
Hold on. I'm sorry. You guys keep talking. I'm trying to find this information for you.
Yeah, he may be talking about that.
No, you don't find good music like that anymore. Man, sorry.
You may be talking about that text message string you started on Sunday, and I pretty much got tired of it. And then Carlos keeps chiming in like a little boy with a toy and keeps texting over and over again like a little boy.
Carlos, I'm your new lawyer. So in his
you're
defense, you know, somebody, I don't remember who, maybe it was Barry first that attached a picture of his dog, and then Brian and his dog, then me and my dogs, and then PJ attached some pictures of the dogs, and all Carlos did was like all the pictures, and it kept coming through as a message. It would beep like a message, but all he was doing was liking the images that we put on there. And how can you be mad at him for that when we're the ones?
We're watching TV and our phones are going off like a rocket.
Well, you know, ours went off a couple times for PJ and his dogs, and they went off for me and mine and Barry.
Well,
and
Junior didn't want to be
singled in on one person, and you know, that's
I caught one person, and like, yeah. So if he didn't like it, well, oh well, I mean, shit on that.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's Australia. I don't see any dates yet, but
yeah, I checked, and that was all I seen so far. And a lot of people were commenting that they hope they come here, and I would love for them to come here. I think the last time I saw Whitesnake, I think I did was at a Texas Jam, but I saw him with Motley Crue on the Girls tour, and that was a really good show. Yeah. All right.
What's the least metal group you like? In other words, what's the furthest from metal group that you've ever listened that you would consider that you like?
Oh man, I like so much stuff. Would you consider rap least metal? I know rap's kind of metal.
Well, what I mean, that could be. But what I'm talking about is mainstream. Let's say top 40. What's some top 40 that isn't metal? Let's say a group from the 80s that you might have had in your playlist back then.
In the 80s,
Erasure.
What the fuck is an Erasure?
Oh, maybe not.
I'm sure they got a song I like. You know, it's like Duran Duran has some songs I like, but I didn't admit it back then.
Duran.
Yeah. They had some good stuff. Let's see.
You know, back in the 80s, MTV was so big that you had to listen to so many different things to get to what you like.
Right.
Of course, we couldn't tell our friends that we liked Prince and When Doves Cry. And
well, sometimes you liked it because you played so damn much that you know what I mean.
It just grows on
you.
But
right. They make you know they play.
Nowadays, when the song comes on, you're like, ooh, and turn it up. Yeah. Where back in the day, you're like, well, I wish this would hurry up. I wish this would hurry up.
And now, you know, here's the thing. I think that's why I think we broke his steering wheel. You know, because his voice, he doesn't know how bad his echo is on his car.
Oh God!
But
you need to let one of us go out there and get on your phone in the car, and
it's bad.
And you talk to us from in here.
I got the volume just low down here.
It's not what I mean.
No, it echoes back.
No, but
it echoes back.
We go to so we're in the car, right? And I have a very bad habit. I'll listen to a song, I think it's great, and blah blah blah. Then I hit the button. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I like that for a second, and like that for a second." Like, so I think what's happening is that's me.
He does that too.
I know. He acts like he doesn't, but he does it to me. But he has a more eclectic taste in music than I do. He does have a wider variety and taste of music. There's some shit that I just
he listens to some really gay shit.
And he says it's his list. He says, "Is that on my list?" I said, "Yes, it's on your list."
Yeah, I guess. What? Carlos responded. Oh my God. There you go. Thank you, Keith. You do understand, unlike someone I know.
Yeah, Carlos, in all cases, in anything that happens, we always look for somebody to place blame on and lash out in anger, because it's easier to have a bad guy in every situation than to just think things happen. There's always got to be an antagonist, and for Junior it's you, and for you it's Junior, and y'all complete each other like scissoring. And
I will snuff
Scissoring. Oh my God.
Do I need that? I don't need that.
I'm sorry. Every diva has to have someone
What the hell?
Scratch
a nemesis,
scratch their eyes
Cam
out.
would say.
You know what?
You need a cat fight. Stop. Stop.
Yeah.
So no, we went to the spa castle last weekend.
Oh, that was wonderful. Nice warm
Oh
water.
my God, did you see all them penises?
Let me ask you a question.
Oh God, they were swinging
Is it
dicks
penises
everywhere.
or peanut? Or
Them motherfuckers were hard too. Them stupid
What
motherfuckers.
man is okay? That's the truth, though, isn't it? These guys are kidding themselves. They go to a place. I don't care if they're married or not. I don't care if they say they're straight or not. But they're going to this place that is segregated for the nude part of it, for the hot tub stuff. Now, there's an outside place where you can go and you can do that kind of thing. And it was warm enough that I think we probably could have done that, but we weren't interested. But we're in the room, right? And it wasn't very crowded. It had maybe a handful of people there. Towards the end of it, it seemed like it was picking up. But there are people walking around like towels over their penises,
hard.
Some of them, but some of them just hiding. Like, why? And then, okay, you know that one pool, right? You walk in a place, the very first left, there's that one little pool with all those
with
seats
that
and jets.
cylinder in the middle?
Cylinder in the middle. It's designed to make you fuck with somebody. You all got your legs spread and your junk hanging. Think about it. If you were to do this out in public, if you were just to sit around a turnstile at the movie theater, holding the turnstile with your legs spread, squatting, this would look funny, right?
Yeah.
The only thing is, you got bubbles, so you can't see anything.
Right.
Right? And depending on how your balls fit, you're getting beat up in the balls by this air.
That's right.
And you got people reaching around doing, it's happening. Who are they fucking kidding? It's not happening.
Oh, I've done it.
Yeah, you're a given. But I'm talking about, these guys, these straight guys.
What does that mean?
Because you are. You're a given. You're like a fluff girl at a fucking porn movie. Come on.
I just want to touch them all.
And there
Oh,
was
it's like, Pokemon. I want to collect them all.
and there were some pretty guys there.
There were some really cute men there.
hiding their dicks. I mean, hey, look.
Ooh, Santa.
I know. So if you shave your pubes, hey, no big deal. If you manscape, if you're uncut, you got a ring on your dick. You got a, I don't know, what the fuck. It doesn't matter. It's your dick. It's just a dick.
Ray.
Oh wait, listen. What do you?
Charles Hurley, you'd have had a great time just being naked with friends.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have kept the rag over your...
What happened in that other pool? They closed it all. What did you guys do in that pool? Remember the one that they warped off?
I didn't see that.
The water wasn't hot enough when we got in, but it damn sure was.
I'm thinking some DNA was spilled there and it got contaminated.
You mean the one that shot to the back of the neck?
Yeah, they closed that after a
when
little.
we first went over to that one, it said it was like 90-something degrees, but it was cooler than the 86 degrees.
Yeah, I don't think some of those were correct. I don't think a lot of those were correct.
Right, and so...
Except for the one for 64 and 72.
Yeah, when we went back to that one, the 93, it still said 93 or 94, and it was hotter than the 102 degree one that we were
I wonder,
in.
did someone complain, do you think? Or do they have like sensors or something?
They were over there with something, and I didn't know if it was one of those, because, they got those temperature guns where you can shoot it at a surface and figure out how much.
We should walk around with a tape measure one day. Oh, I'm sorry, we got to close the pool. You're not big enough to get in here.
What?
Like the ride that didn't.
You got to be this big to ride this ride.
Yep. Let me rub it. See if it a little bit more.
So
gotcha.
Ray from Louisiana. Would you go to the spa castle and just walk around naked? I mean,
we'll give them the number.
What do you think?
It's 469-844-2207.
Ray, give us a call and let us know if you and your significant other would walk around naked.
Okay, so
in a hot tub.
Charles Holly was going to go. Then, of course, he had his son. His son has a soccer game and all this.
We understand that part. But you know what, Charles? There's only so many excuses in the world.
But you know what? It's okay. If he's not, you know what? We sort of give him a hard time, though.
Well,
you know what I mean?
was going to say, man, y'all like major predator terrorize this we want to see you next. Send me video. Send me there. We want
Well,
you
he
there.
never sent the video.
You got to be a little more subtle and tricky, man, to come in like, oh, we're just going to chill out, and then, bam, take your clothes off.
We could have lied and said it was
Travis, you're so
holy-
full of shit. It stinks up in here.
What?
Yeah, you'd see that man naked as fast as we would.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't want to. I do. Hi, Charles.
But see, now he's hanging out with police officers right now, so he's got to be butch,
He's all butch. Yeah.
Like them police officers. Oh, sorry.
Why are you touching the mic stand like it's a penis? A really, really long penis. A narrow penis.
Hi, Mr. Officer. You know, when they walk up to the window to ask for your license and registration, it's just like right there. It's like,
Does showing him cleavage work for those guys?
So I got to ask, Keith, how many hours has it been since you had relations?
Relations?
Uh-huh.
When was your last release?
Oh, today about 3:00, but that was by myself.
See,
where?
I used to be able to do that. I can't do that anymore.
Where?
He can't say.
Where?
He can't say.
Where?
Stop it.
Yeah.
It's an
Was
undisclosed location.
Was it in the car at a local park?
No, I was by myself.
Don't worry about it. Let it go, honestly.
So, yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know?
We'll talk about it. At Golden
off
Corral.
the air.
That's dinner conversation.
Yeah, that's right. We'll talk about it in the buffet line.
The last time that I was with anybody was with Steve. Saturday.
How is Steve, by the way?
Saturday.
He's looking rough.
Sure.
He's having a rough time.
He is. You know, that infusions that he's getting really takes a toll on him. He's been having migraines and
I was kind of hoping it would help him out. I really.
You know, he's got 2 more months to go, so he's got to do it 2 days next month and then 2 days again in January, and then hopefully everything will be good.
I just want him. He's good people, and I just want him to. You know what I mean? I just want him to be happy.
It wasn't as bad on him this time as it was the first time. So maybe the next 2 times will be a little easier on him.
Wow.
But he seemed okay, just a little sluggish when we went bowling last night. And then, when we were at the restaurant, I just kept looking over at him because he was really quiet. And he just looked like he was ready to just conk out.
Yeah.
And he did. I dropped him off, and then I messaged him when I got home, and he didn't respond. He was already asleep. So
yeah, I'm surprised he went to work today. Usually it takes a few days to get out.
Well, he was supposed to go yesterday, but he took yesterday off. And so, yeah, my poor man.
I wish we could make him feel better.
I just want to hug him right now.
Do you think he might make it for dinner, or you think he should just go home and rest? Probably go home and rest.
Well, put the offer out to him. But you know what I mean. We don't want to. So, Carlos, I guess you guys would have eaten already, right? Because James does the cooking for them.
Oh, he ain't coming nowhere near me right now.
Why? Why?
Because he's upset.
What are you talking about?
I scolded him.
You scolded him.
Yeah, last Sunday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He called you like a fucking bitch or something. I think he got you last, man.
If you'd like to call into the show, it's 469-844-2207. 469-844-2207. It is on the screen if you haven't noticed that.
Really? Well, that sure is. How come nobody's calling in?
Because they don't like you.
PJ.
Yes, my dear.
Do you like me?
Sometimes.
He said he likes that.
What the hell sometimes means?
I would only be naked if my partner would do it with me. Too nervous to do it alone. So you never take your clothes off by yourself. So like he's in the shower, he's dressed. I don't know. That sounds odd.
Ray's partner, his name is...
Do I know Ray? Ray, do I know you?
We got to give Joshua the... Is this the Joshua's coming to the Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Will you give the man the address eventually?
I will as soon as I get a moment. I barely got time to breathe. You're choking me, baby.
Not with my dick, I'm sure. It's too small. And he ain't working lately, so there you
go. Ray's partner is...
So I haven't met Ray.
Junior's in thought.
Yeah.
You see the smoke coming out of
him? And that smell. Oh, my God.
He's going to look it up. He's going to go to the cheat app. He's going to go.
Ray, I forgot your partner's name.
Okay, so tomorrow you're going to a football game.
I am going to go see SMU play East Carolina.
Now, well, where are you going to see it?
Ford Stadium. It's off 75 and.
It's not up near Denton, is it?
Nah, it's
Because that's where that accident is.
It's just down the road from where Junior works. Just like a few exits.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of places to go and walk with Junior. You know, because
I know a real nice cruisy park.
I'm not looking for that. But
while you're there,
but we you know, James and I didn't walk this week because either I wasn't feeling well or he wasn't feeling well because he had bronchitis.
Oh, poor James. How you doing, James?
He's not on here.
Sorry.
Carlos must have had him tied up in the kitchen or something, doing something.
Yeah.
You know, forcing him to cook more rice or something.
Maybe he's still not feeling good.
Could be.
So we're all going to Grizzly Pines on December 13th for the weekend. It's for those of y'all don't know, it's a clothing optional gay campground down near Houston.
In the frigid cold air.
It might not be. It's Texas. It's liable to be 90 degrees. It's liable to be. It was 19 last year when we went with the wind chill down in the low teens. It was the coldest day of the year last year. So anyway,
so you're gonna wear your onesie?
I did last year. That was on the second night. It was warmer that night. It was only in the 40s, I think. Low 40s.
You do your dance around the fire pit?
Yeah. Look, I was trying to make rain. It was
why? Why? Yeah, it's crazy.
Just to see if I could.
Well, did it?
No.
Well, then apparently your rainmaker's broken. So no, let's see. Yeah, so tomorrow I guess here's the thing. A couple weeks back, James and I went walking around the gallery, and I told you guys this is my sugar drop that I left early. But one of the things that's there is quite a few cookie stores.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
I just want one cookie, and a lot of them are like, all of them are like,
I just want one cookie, and some of them are this big.
Yeah, well, we okay. So last night we went out to Norma's, right? And I've been craving, for whatever reason, cookies. I have no idea why. And we were going to stop off at Kroger to get some cookie mix, but I didn't feel up to getting out and all that, and so we came here and we had some cinnamon rolls in the.
We had cinnamon rolls with extra frosting.
Yeah, so we both had really, really, really high sugar all fucking night. Well, I don't know. Mine was still in the 2. What, are you okay?
I just feeling a little right there. Maybe I ate too much at lunch.
Okay. Well,
if you want to see Keith naked on the air, go to the show.
Go to another channel. You need a new outfit. Yeah. Sergio says. Okay. What outfit would you like him to? What other than nude? What would you like to see him in at the campground?
Well, here, see, he done broke his mic.
We can't go because
just started falling.
I'm debating. I'm taking. I have to take the classes at Dallas Comedy House, and they make you take the lower classes even if you. It's money. It's all about money. And every level you have a grad show or a showcase, and the showcase is that Saturday, Sunday, the 15th, and it's an anniversary of
Steve's passing on.
So he's gonna take me up there to put flowers on us.
You wanna go?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna. I'm debating on even what I'm gonna hop on stage because we'll see. I'll see how I feel that weekend, but we'll see. But since you guys are all going to be out of town, I guess you can't support me.
No, because he gets back. He's got to be back in time for the Cowboys game.
Well, the Cowboys play at 3:25, so the game will be
what
over by 6:30.
Yeah,
7 o'clock.
It's afternoon. It's afternoon. It's not late, so it's got to be while your game's going on. So you have to DVR it.
Yeah, last year when we came back, I don't remember if it was an early game or late game, but we ended up listening to it on the radio.
Ooh,
actually, Carlos got it on his phone for me last year.
Joshua said, "How about a bright orange tutu?"
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of manly bears.
Can it be
there,
Velcro? So you
they
can
might
rip it
try
off?
to eat me, and I guess I
you
would be okay.
Bright
with it.
orange in the woods, they might mistake you for a deer, and
No, that's not how it works. You wear bright orange so they don't mistake you for a deer.
Oh, okay.
Right. Have you ever been hunting?
No.
Yeah, me neither. But I watched some hunting shows.
Why are you looking at me stroking that? That gets me a little nervous.
Why would you be nervous?
Yeah.
He's looking at me like a piece of steak. Okay, PJ. All right, that's an awful long look.
You don't have
PJ.
to say anything.
I'm thinking of all the different things you could be. Steak isn't one of them.
That's more than a porterhouse.
I think
right
more of
there,
a
baby.
gumdrop.
Hot roast.
The way PJ was looking at me, I was like, "Holy shit! Holy shit!"
I was thinking. I don't know. I didn't see steak though. I saw.
Oh hell no!
You know, poor Junior last week. He wanted to have baked potatoes, and I forgot to buy potatoes. I thought he just wanted to have baked potatoes.
So how about my outfit for Grizzly Pines this year could be some hairy feet like yours
Yeah.
and a Speedo.
How about hairy feet like his, and nothing else?
Okay.
That
But if
was
it's
it.
really cold, it's going to look like an Annie.
Oh, they said if anything else, they'd mistake you for a safety cone.
Who the fuck said that? I don't even know. I don't-
Josh is really going at it. What did you do to Josh, man? Josh, you know what? I don't know. Can 122 make him look that?
I
like
hate it because it's funny. It's so Hey, Josh, I still have your snow globes. Don't make me go smash them in the parking lot. They're still in the car. I have your Downton Abbey globes. I do.
You do? Wait, whoa. You got more Downton Abbey, Albie, whatever globes?
I do.
Well, I want one more
Wait, what? Huh?
for my growing collection of.
Of what?
Oh.
If you could tell me the name of one character on Downton Abbey.
Downton.
Downton. Yeah.
No, I'm saying the character's name is Downton. I don't know.
It might be.
Charles.
I've never watched the show. I have no idea if there's a Charles on there or not.
All right. Here goes. It is November 8th. In less than 30 days or so, 40 days or so, Star Wars comes out. Are there any items?
I'm not allowed to discuss that.
It's like, I don't recall that, Senator.
But if there is, are there any Star Wars fans out there that would like to do
Wait,
some
wait,
special favors for
No, right, that's exactly it.
Key?
The question is, what are you willing to do to get him?
I'll let you have 12 seconds with him.
12.
Yeah.
Clothes on or off?
On. Fully dressed. Socks, shoes, pants, underwear,
Suit of
t-shirt,
armor.
layered clothing. Yeah.
I'll take it.
So, what have they shipped out yet? Nothing?
Nothing yet.
Oh, yeah. They're keeping that shit top secret, huh?
Why?
Yeah, I haven't even seen any poster or anything of stuff that are coming. Normally we get emails or they'll even post it on Facebook.
Not even a
AFC
Star Wars
stuff.
poster for coming attractions, huh?
You know, I saw an article online about the Last Jedi, and the Last Jedi was supposed to be Leia.
Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Wait, is she Princess Leia anymore or just General or Leia?
well,
Just
she's
Leia.
still princess because she's still princess of Alderaan that isn't there no more.
Doesn't exist.
She's formerly known as Princess
Like,
Leia.
here are these rocks. She's the princess of these rocks.
These asteroid belt. Anyway, so no, but she was, and the thing was, is they had hinted at it when she got blown up and she saved herself.
Mary
But of
Poppins
course, she
style.
passed away.
Yeah, the Mary Poppins thing.
And so there is something there that was supposed to be. My understanding is that was supposed to be what was going to happen. Is that she was going to be, turn out to be fully trained. You know what I mean? And then of course she passed away suddenly, and they didn't think that was going to happen. So supposedly they pieced together from some shots that they did enough that apparently it's going to do her justice as a character and as the actress. So I'm kind of looking forward to that part.
Yeah, like a lightsaber scene. I think I read.
I don't know. I thought that I thought they were going to do that.
Yeah.
In other words, that was what they were going to do. I might have misread it, but
Okay,
you might be right. But it's going to be interesting to see how they do that because
I only want to see it if she's in that outfit from when she was Jabba's slave.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Any other you gay bastards ever masturbated to Princess Leia in the slave outfit?
no.
No.
No?
Hell no.
Oh yeah, me neither.
That's when you were confused and you thought you were straight.
Yeah. So last night,
I was still doing women back then,
yeah.
or girls, or whatever.
Whore.
It was just-
So last night, PJ turned on the TV and brought up South Park. And that shit was righteous funny. Hell yeah.
Which one? South Park? What?
Last night's Wednesday night's episode of South Park.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, fuck.
I think I might be 2 behind.
the whites adopted these orphan children that they deported their parents back to Mexico, and they adopted a little Mexican boy, and the little Mexican boy just went crazy on him. Yeah, you have to watch it. Yeah.
But it ties into the whole series, whole season.
Integrity Farms.
Yeah, it ties into the whole. You had to have. Did you watch the one with the Mexican? What was it?
Joker?
Mexican Joker.
Was that last week?
No, that was part of
Couple of weeks
part of the
ago.
early. It's part of the season though.
Okay.
You need to watch.
I missed the first episode of the season.
You need
but
to
I've
wa-
seen.
Yeah, but you need to watch them all. You need to watch that because it ties it all in. If you don't watch it,
I
then-
missed
It
the
was
first, and I
hilarious.
don't think I've watched last week's yet. But I think I've seen all the rest.
But yeah, they sum it all up because I think this is the season finale,
Right.
and so they sum it all up. But they used the entire run of this season as that feeder for this. It was really cool, really cool.
It was so hilarious. It was hilarious.
All right, now let's go back to the Star Wars thing and November 12th and the significance of November 12th, next Tuesday, and the rollout of Disney Plus.
Yeah, I was going to ask about
The
that.
Mandalorian.
Well, I've been asking about that. Okay, so many platforms are coming out with streaming stuff. I mean, everybody wants between $6-7 to other ones think they're worth $15. How much money do they think people have?
Well, I mean, Junior's cable bill used to be what, $150, $180?
No, it was 200.
Yeah, so if you drop all that and you got the
It's still
Disney,
200.
Well,
I'm just
No
saying if you get
shit.
rid of it all together and you got the Disney and the Netflix and which you already have Netflix and
Netflix is becoming less and less valuable.
I like Netflix. Netflix
just
has
watched
a
We
lot
don't
of
ever
good
watch
shows.
it. We never watch anything on it.
I watch
love it.
Junior's Netflix all the time.
Yeah.
I watched
They
The
got
King.
What?
King. Oh, there's a new season of Big Mouth is out.
I need to give you access to mine because we need to turn yours off.
Yeah, you gave
Mine
me
is turned off.
you
How-
gave me a whole list of your passwords before, but they're like probably 500 messages.
they're all the same,
deep in
though.
my
But-
thing. I had to
but-
scroll all the way back through to find them again.
But
No.
and I signed up for a week's trial of the Disney thing, so
Oh,
but it doesn't.
Yeah.
You can't download the app until
So the Disney thing, there's the $7.99 version, which is just the Disney stuff. I think Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and then there's the $13.99.
I didn't see that option.
What, the $7.99?
No, the higher one.
Yeah, there's a higher one that it wouldn't let me sign up because I was going to sign up a couple days ago, and it wouldn't let me sign up for that one until the 12th.
Okay, that may be.
Right. And
So maybe I can
it's-
upgrade to
It's
it.
got the ESPN Plus and the Hulu and.
Oh,
some other
see, I'm
stuff.
not into all that. I just need the.
But if you had Hulu, you would have access to your regular channels. And-
Well, on Hulu,
Not all of them.
yeah, Hulu don't have Walking Dead.
No, but we have we have the what is it? What's the one that Star Trek's on? The Discovery.
CBS.
CBS. We have
All
that,
access.
and
And that's going to be great for Picard, and the third season of the Discovery.
yeah, so that's coming up soon too. And then of course I know you guys aren't into it, but the DC network, the DC universe stuff, TV stuff, they're getting ready to do a massive crossover.
Dude, I just read that the DC Universe thing that is in trouble and it might be gone.
Well, yeah, because they don't have anything on it. They got comic books on it. I watch it. I
They got books you can read on there?
Well, yeah.
I like the DC universe because I'd love to get into a Teen Titans series. I think that's great. PJ likes watching Young Justice. I mean, there's some series on there.
But
that's
yeah, they
really
haven't done
good.
anything with it, and that's the challenge. A lot of these guys don't have content. Disney bought Fox. Disney bought a lot of other, so they've got all this content they can pull on there. But they've said that on the Disney Plus side of stuff, they're not going to do anything rated R. So that limits what they can put on there, and that might limit what I watch because there's, I do not mind Disney, but I just
Well, that's going to be a real crinkle.
because like Deadpool can't be on there, so that means that Marvel side is. So that means Disney's going to have that and a Marvel channel. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Then they're going to have another channel and then another channel, and so I just think at some point it's going to get too much.
So that means Disney has Marvel. They won't do like Punisher and Daredevil.
Well, they might have another channel for that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because that's very violent and bloody shit. I love that.
I've also
shit.
read recently that John Burtnall and Charlie Cox, the guy that plays Daredevil, and even the guy that plays Luke Cage, that they're going to be a part of the Marvel universe.
Well,
they're going to find a way to bring them in. And
Daredevil was.
they're not recasting them. They're going to use those guys.
See, Apple TV is also launching some stuff.
Yeah, they have Jason Momoa in a series called Sight or Seeing.
It looks something like
Frontier.
Game of Thrones, sort of same kind of character.
Yeah, so-
But the reviews are their content is not very good. Some of the people some of the media is saying it's not strong enough to support yet another thing. Because Disney, remember, they had a music channel for a while. They had a music streaming service that just died because they
AT&T did.
Apple. Apple had a streaming service that they did that they don't.
I thought
do.
Apple Music is still not still a thing.
Carlos
used it. Carlos,
I don't believe
use
so. I
Apple
think
Music?
either they were getting rid of it or it was because it just wasn't doing it. And
I don't know. I just everything I want is on Spotify. I don't see no reason to have any other.
Right.
You know, Pandora is good just for the fact if like you want to listen to some different stuff, not the same band constantly, but something similar to what you're listening to. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let. I played Pandora the other night for PJ who likes.
But apparently, the parent company that just bought Pandora donated a whole lot of money to Trump and the GOP. So now they're saying boycott that too.
Yeah.
We're not going to have anything that we're just. Hopefully, nobody who owns Air.
Well, here's the thing,
donate
though.
to Trump,
Here's
'cause
the
we
thing,
won't
though.
be able to
If you have Spectrum, a lot of the things. If you have Spectrum, a lot of the things that the different channels, NBC and all that stuff, you can use your login for your Spectrum to get access to all those channels. So you have to download each app, then you have to log in as it's like when you do HBO Go or HBO Now, you have to log into that using your thing, and it tells them, okay, you're authorized to see this, or you have a login to see this. But I don't know. The content just isn't there, and there used to be a time, for example, a lot of the stuff that's out there. For example, you can go to Hulu, and you can go to Netflix, and you can go to Amazon. There's some stuff that's always, whenever they rotate what's available, they all have it. So, for example, Spaceballs. Spaceballs available on Hulu. It's available on Amazon. I haven't checked Netflix, but so what's usually available on one, there's a stock set of stuff that's available on one that's available on others.
Okay.
Then there's some stuff that's only available. It's like Hulu. We watch Good Doctor. We watch
Bob and Abishola.
yeah,
That is fucking hilarious.
We watched that. Yeah.
That shit is
really cool, isn't it?
All right.
And
I like the Neighborhood.
We watch
I
Young
watched The
Sheldon
Neighborhood.
on that ABC, CBS, whatever it is, and then so I got to look at it, and we don't even record them anymore because we don't have to worry about fast forwarding through commercials if we watch them on Hulu or the CBS thing because it cuts out the commercials.
Yeah, because the only thing I'm recording now is Walking Dead, and on Monday nights I watch that because Mr. Handsome Husband here is busy educating himself.
Oh, handsome husband.
Yeah. I don't know who he's talking about.
Besides, he
Yes,
won't watch it.
What? Walking
Dead.
No.
And Negan's fucking funny as shit.
So you just don't like any zombie shows, or
No,
just,
no, they're cliche. It's all been done.
you know, Walking Dead? I think maybe the first season or two was more about the zombies, and now they're just like side characters. They're just something that goes on while they have their soap opera. Oh, there's new people. Let's meet them. Let's hate them. Let's fight them. Let's this. We'll make part of them part of us, or we'll take over. It's just a soap opera. And then every once in a while they kill some zombies, and then they found a way to use them as a weapon.
Well, that was the
and
thing
then
about Walking Dead. They'd have so they're in a universe where there's walking fucking dead in the woods. Okay, they stop and have these heartfelt conversations, and they're not looking around. And so they turn to the right and bam, they get an arrow through the head. Or they get, I'm like, hello, you're in this universe. You don't take your eye off the prize.
Right.
And so you do dumb shit. You know what I mean? And then I was along for the ride for a while. But then when they went to the Negan thing, and as violent as it was and all, I'm thinking, this just didn't need to happen. And I think, honestly, that's where they jumped the shark.
Right.
And they lost it.
Especially when he beat Glenn and Abraham.
Yeah, I've only
And
ever watched a few
the eyes
episodes,
popped
and they
out.
were in the later seasons with Junior, and that's when I noticed. I'm like, I thought this was a zombie.
They'd lost, and that's the thing. They'd lost the thing, and
Right.
it's back in the '80s. They used to have a lot of shows that were endless quests. In other words, I don't remember the Legend of Matthew Starr, or they had they had Starman, the TV series, and all that. They took these movies and they made them all TV shows. But what they were these endless quests where they never got anywhere. The shows that learned from that were like Stargate, the TV series.
Oh yeah,
they learned. They would have mini series. In other words, each season you'd have a new thing would go on, but at the end of the season, that particular thing ended. And then you'd start a new chapter, a new series of things that were going on that was relevant for the next season.
Yeah.
And so at least they got to where they were going. And that's the challenge with these. Everybody now, every movie is some cataclysmic, world-ending thing. Everybody's a kung fu martial artist thing. Everybody can shoot these amazing guns. Everybody can do backflips and jump off of buildings. And here's the thing: now we can't live without that. If they don't have that, we're bored, which is true.
I'm bored. If
I noticed that in some of the old fantasy books that I used to read, and I would, finish a series and I'd start a new author, and they do this in the movies too. That they have these young people who get pulled into the quest, and after like 1 or 2 lessons with the sword, they're fighting against people who've been fighting for years. And it's okay, you might win one fight with a certain move of deflection and you catch somebody off guard, but when you're fighting 5 or 10 people coming, and these people are spinning and stabbing, and then you see the women who are fighting the guys, again, they could use their quickness in certain battles, but in anything that's got some time to it, they're going to overpower them and the stamina, and they're going to beat them down.
Even Wonder Woman, when she came out in Justice League, she had that thing where she hit her braces together and created a sound thing. Well, that seemed to be like her only move, because she did that again in Wonder Woman, and then she did one where she did it on the shield, where she did it in Justice League. Mm-hmm. She's got nothing else. Remember in the TV series, she could throw her thing, and she had all the. What the fuck? When did it go away?
Yeah,
it's her tiara turned into a boomerang.
In the Wonder Woman movie, she's just discovering she has all these powers. She's just learning how to fight. But in Justice League, that's 100 years later, 60 years later.
Yeah, that's true.
She should know her powers by then.
She said that. She said that in Batman vs. Superman, I've killed gods before, or things from other worlds before.
Right.
So, and the thing is, she's admitted to killing. Before that would never have been talked about. Right. And we know Superman's killed because he killed Zod. Mm-hmm. He had to. He didn't want to, but he did.
Right. But and we knew Batman beat the shit out of people.
Batman fucking beats up.
Batman was off kilter. That man needed some fucking therapy big time. And that's the other thing about that Batman. What was his name?
Affleck.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Shave the fucking guy. I know they were making him look like he was a hungover fucking drunk in a bat cape. Right. And he just didn't come across as that unhinged and most of the other things. I get you get angry. I get all that. And even Alfred was telling him, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And I'm really angry with the fact that we'll never see another Justice League because of what they did, because of fucking Snyder leaving in midstream and then them rewriting a thing. Because there was the previews where there's one scene in I guess it's the Batcave. I don't know what the fuck is with your computer, buddy. There's an image of Supergirl sort of like on a screen there. You think it's Supergirl. There's someone in a cape and all that flying there. And he flies in there, they've been waiting for you, they're waiting for you. And that thing never happened because that was part of the original whatever. And so there's so much that didn't happen, and it got dumbed down. Now, I still thought it was okay, but because of how they handled it, they could not do what Marvel Marvel Universe did.
Yeah,
they suck at it.
The DC comics were always a little darker and grittier than the Marvel comics.
Yeah, but
and when they first started making the movies, they dogged Man of Steel for being too dark, and then because they didn't have the humor that appealed to the younger crowds and the girls or the female crowd. I don't want to call them ladies. To everybody. So they changed it and tried to add the humor and lighten the mood some.
Well, they made Flash a complete bumbling idiot. I mean, the guy couldn't run. He couldn't walk. Right. Now they had a potential. Now this idiot wanted to write his own shit, and that's one of the reasons why it slowed things down.
Affleck?
No, the guy that played Flash wanted to write his own. He wanted
Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
right.
He wanted to write.
He wanted to write something. It was something I'll have to look it up. But he wanted to write parts of his or write his script or something like that, and they wouldn't let him. And that's why it died. Supposedly that may still be in the works now.
Well, yeah, I thought the Flash movie was going to be the Flashpoint thing.
It may,
and that would have been good.
Flashpoint includes other superheroes though, and they're not going to do crossovers anymore. They're not going to use anybody else.
Right.
They can't.
Well, they can.
But if they did Flashpoint and they're in a different timeline, they wouldn't have to use the same actors that did the.
Well, that's
played the characters.
no, that's true. No,
Because you know, in the Flashpoint in the comics, it was actually Thomas Wayne was Batman and not Bruce.
yeah,
And so they could change it up.
and you would like that because Thomas Wayne would be Negan. The actor that played Negan was Thomas Wayne.
Well, you know,
that's true.
I like him for other movies.
He's actually
I'm
a
not
good
a,
actor.
I'm
He's
not
a
a Walking Dead.
He's a good actor.
guy,
He's a very good actor.
Right.
So what I was talking about was led us into this was the TV versions of the Flash and Supergirl and all this with all the gay lesbian focus, which is killing me. Because I know people cream their jeans with this shit, but it gets off point. It's not, I don't care that they're gay. That's all fine and dandy, but let's not make it the focus of the goddamn.
That's what I always say whenever
Are you
people
talking about
start.
Supergirl? and
Supergirl.
Batgirl?
They still do it with
Batgirl,
the other
Batwoman?
ones. They do Batwoman. They do Supergirl, and they did.
Well, Batwoman was gay in the comics, but
Was she? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Batwoman, I believe it was. When I see people arguing about that or making a big deal, or they're like, "Oh, we're going to make this character gay," is it integral to the plot of the story? I mean, okay,
Nope.
if they do, and you mentioned it in passing that they do or not, but I don't see why it really matters.
It's
in
to
the story.
endear them to that audience.
Yeah,
It gets them that audience to come back.
In all movies, action movies, there's always a hero and a girl. Not always the damsel in distress, but sometimes because there's got to be a romance interest to bring in a lot of the crowd. So, and I don't know if they're going to do that.
No, the TV. Well, anyway, the TVs every year that the Arrow universe has a crossover. This year is the last Arrow is going to be ending. It's finale because it really sucks. But the crossovers have been worth it. I know you weren't thrilled by the other.
I
one.
hadn't seen the crossovers
But
from the last two seasons, but I
three-
watched all the other ones.
But they were better than when you got to see some of the stuff you wouldn't have otherwise seen, and they did it better than the fucking Justice League. They gave you what you wanted.
I like the TV Flash,
But this one coming up is going to include. They're going to have, what was his name? Brandon Roth is going to play one version of Superman.
Oh yeah,
They're going to have the guy
this is Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah,
is
I
that
think it
what
is.
this one is?
Or
is that one of the other ones?
I can't remember. But the guy that does the voice of Batman on the cartoon is going to be in it. They're going to have some of the people from what do they call it? Teen Titans. Titans are going to be mentioned or brought into it. There's even supposed to be a bow to Shazam in there. I don't know if there's going to be in there, but something about the Rock of Eternity. So they're bringing everybody in the sucker. They were talking. What's his name? The guy from Smallville, Welling.
Yeah, I don't remember
he's
his
supposed
name,
to
but
be
I
in
know
it
what
as a
you're talking about.
version of Superman.
Right.
They talked to the guy that played Lex Luthor, but he was a dick and he didn't want to do it. But here's why.
Yeah, because he's so busy.
No. He said that when they came to him, they didn't even have a script. They just assumed he would do it.
Right.
They didn't have a script. He had nothing. He said, "I'm not going to give you a blanket yes without knowing what the hell's going on."
Right.
And I get that. So they're actually doing a lot. So the very first crossover they did was kind of lame because they included Supergirl, and it was the first year she was still on CBS.
Right.
And it basically was a 2-second thing at the end of the movie, end of the thing. You're waiting for this major. It was basically them. We need your help. Oh, okay, I'll come over. So they learned their lesson because they got nailed for that. They got nailed for that. But so I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking for that.
Yeah, I gotta set my DVRs to record this.
This year though, they're doing it where normally they do it all in the same year. In other words, by end of December it's done.
Right.
This year they're holding the last one till the winter break is over.
Really?
So you're gonna watch it all but the last one or two.
When you got the little 4 week break or
because of
whatever.
Christmas,
Right.
So I'm like, part of me saying, I'm just gonna wait. I'm like, I can't wait. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he creams in his pants.
I tell you,
I cream in your pants, but you won't let me.
what the fuck is wrong with you? The man is gorgeous. Let him cream in your pants and on your face and yeah.
What we do is our business.
Explain the ice cube.
Then why are we talking?
Has he
about
done the
it
ice cube to you?
No.
Okay.
He ain't done a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think he's done? What have you told him?
Nothing.
Is there a book?
Nope.
Okay. Is there pictures?
Nope.
Okay.
yet.
So last night, right? I have not been feeling well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I do this thing where I like having his weight on me because it cracks my back, or I want it to crack my back. And so I was laying on the edge of the bed. I said, "Can you just crack my back?" And so he's laying on, and then he takes an ice cube because he does that thing of water on his bedside
I do.
and starts sticking it up my ass.
What the fuck?
And I'm
Ice
like,
cube
and I'm
up
like,
his
I'm like, he's talked about this, and I said no, and he says, okay. And until last time, I said, okay, I'm just gonna let it. What am I gonna do? You know, I got the 400-pound guy on me. I can. And so then I asked him. I said, did Steve let you do this? He said, well, twice. Did he like it? He said no. So you've done something neither of your partners liked.
Did you like it?
No.
It helps with the prostate gland.
Yeah,
Is that what he said?
He never even mentioned it.
It's when he pulled
He's
out
never done that to me.
It's when he pulled out the lemon and lime, and I thought, hey.
Wait, the ice went in and the lemon and lime came out?
Right. Yeah, that's right, damn it. I have a Cuisinart in there somewhere. a salad spinner. Anybody listening to us?
What down? I don't know.
Marvel also contributed to Trump as well. Josh, don't fuck it up, man. I got to pretend that I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what time is it?
It is. Yeah.
I don't know.
Is the show? Hopefully, people, if you're watching the show, we hope you enjoyed it.
We're 1 hour. And
If
4 minutes.
you're Carlos, I hope you get over yourself because you're not all that. Okay. All right.
I dare you to say something nice.
Yes,
about
you are,
Carlos.
Carlos.
What? Say nice. To
I love
what?
you,
Say
Carlos.
something nice about Carlos.
Carlos is a good man. He'll give you your shirt off his back to help you out.
Well, then treat him like that.
He's a whore.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
we all are.
I don't hear him sticking ice cubes up his partner. Well, you don't know what he does with his partner.
Carlos, have you
Maybe it's a
ever
tamale.
stuck an ice cube
Maybe
up
it's a-
James's
do we
ass?
really
Or maybe
wanna-
vice versa.
Hey,
maybe
James, have you ever? Yeah, right.
shoved one up? Go.
So, anyway, so we're gonna call it a close. It's been over an hour.
Oh, really?
Aren't you hungry? You know he's hungry and he's yawning like he's done something.
Well, no, I'm yawning because I'm come down from a sugar rush.
Oh,
So I
so
should see how he eats glazed donuts starts in the middle and eats his way out. Yeah. Only it's less gross when he does.
Okay.
No, it's not. No, it's not. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Those that watch and those that watch later. Thank you for watching. Love you.
Bye, Carlos.
All right,
Hi,
guys.
Sergio, Josh, David, Charles, everybody
Ray.
that watched. Ray. I still don't know you, Ray, I don't think. Call me.
all right, we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be on again, I guess, sometime next week. You guys have a great week, and make sure you like us on Facebook. Go to our webpage, all those other things, and next time, bring a friend. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Girth and Mirth Bears on the PJ and Friends Radio Network, Dallas, Texas.